Hello guys, let's talk cases for a bit. So, first off, should you even invest into cases right now? That's the first question we need to ask ourselves before doing an investment. So, for this, let's look a bit at the statistics. So when we see this, what is this? This is beginning 1st of November, how many cases were unboxed that day, and this is end of November, how many boxes were unboxed that day. And as you can see, we have a big downwards trend right here. So the question might be really big if you should even invest at all into cases right now. And for that, let's look at the bigger picture. Alright, this is always really important. You will see also in this video in later sections that these small graphs at the end don't really mean anything. And what I mean by that, if we look at this last 23 months, it is right at the beginning of the November. And also, as you can see anyway, from October to November, we have a massive drop anyway. But the thing I want you to look out for is right now the market or the case unboxing has close to 25 million unboxings. And I want you to not compare this with how was it the month before. I want you to compare this with a month that the market was actually doing fine, where you had no problem selling your wares, and see how things evolved back then to make a better prediction. So, for example, if you look at the beginning of 2022, January, we have 22 and close to a half million unboxings a day. Now we have near to 25 million. So even if this looks like it's a disaster and everything is going down, actually with CS2 the unboxings are still higher than in CSGO with a settled down market. So this is telling us this should be no problem if, the if condition, if you could back here make money with cases, and boy, you could make money, holy shit. Like this is cases in my second or third account, I don't know. And this account solely existed because back then there was no like storage crates. And so you had to do multiple accounts if you wanted to have more than 1000 items. And as you can see, I bought a lot. Like this is going on, I can tell you. I bought a lot of breakout cases for 3 cents each back in the day. And sold them around at 2022. Just a little heads up. Let's look at them today. I went from 3 cents each to 5.80. So back in CSGO, like with way lower numbers of cases opening, with a lower demand on market, it's always important for the price in the end, the demand and the stock. And now we know the demand today is higher as back then. But as you just saw, I already made big money back then. So today might even be more promising if this isn't gonna go, I don't know, all the way down here. But that's a topic for another video, yeah? Let's move on for now. Because now that we got out of the way, that it's something that can be pretty profiting, like I just showed you, we wanna talk about on what to actually invest into in like which cases. And there's a really good site, the csgodatabase.com cases. I will not give you any link in the description down below before I don't even know when. If I ever get settled down and somewhat fame, maybe, because I would love to help you out, but it's such a stupid thing. Like, please never do this. If you see someone on YouTube, low subs, new channel, and that guy is telling you anything with investment and has a link down there and telling you, click the link down below. Don't click that fucking link, please. Be safe from scams. Like, even your best friends, don't click links. I just had it when I logged into this cases account, that one account from a friend was like completely other than I knew. Like reconstructed, and it was spamming me messages with, come on, open your gift, and some link. Don't click links even if it's your friends, because accounts may be hacked or anything like that. And if you then click the link, they also get your stuff if you don't have two-way authenticator. So let's go on. I won't link you this, just to know, Cisco database, look it up yourself because don't trust links. And yeah, we are going to talk about 3 different kinds of cases. And first up, we want to look at the active duty. Like, these cases are considered the active duty. That means they can be dropped and obtained through playing the game and through the drop system. So the stock is just keep coming. The game just gives them out to the players, and then they can either open it up and lower the stock or give it into the market to like saturate the stock. And the really interesting part and also logical part, because we remember demand and the stock in the end giving the price on the market. And once a case goes out of active duty, its price is going through the roof. Like if you look back here at lifetime, you can pretty clearly see when it was taken out there. And yeah, this way the price is just exploded. So you don't want to jump onto this. Like, all right, okay, you can. I didn't look too much into it because it's not my thing to invest into things that already exploded. I like looking for the next thing that is going to explode. And from the active duty ones, we want to look at these two for multiple reasons, like Snakebite and Fracture. Why are these two interesting in the active duty for us? Because active duty will most of the time be the cheapest, because obviously there comes new supply and people don't need to pay for them. They just get them dropped for playing and then they can sell them, and people want to have it sold fast, so they also start undercutting and all that kind of stuff, and we just keep getting restock the easiest way. So active duty is going to be the cheapest in general. And so we want the cheapest cases to make the biggest profit. Like I just showed you, 3 cents to €6 per case. So to make massive profit with our budget, we want something cheap so we can buy a lot of them to have hopefully a lot of profit. Like I could also just right now still go onto the train and buy breakout cases, but where is the big gain in that? Like I need so much budget, and when they increase by, like, let's say one breakout case would be €10. I buy it for €10. It increases by €1. Great. Then I made 10% profit, but now I still got to pay the commissions from whichever side I bought it off and the commissions to sell it, or like maybe overpay to trade with multiple cases for something nice that I then want to sell. Like, I don't like that. I prefer going mass on something cheap, because if that cheap thing then has like this price increase by like €1 in the stock, it just feels better, you know? Yeah, so why? Snakebite and Fracture. Let's get into the Fracture first. So I just like using the site to have an overview what's in cases. I think this is way fancier and other sites do it. CSGO Stash to be exact. And like we look at the reds, and these two have really much potential to explode. Why? Like I said, right now they can be dropped, so they are rather cheap for what they are. And if we go to the special knives, like you always want to look what is so special about that case? Why should these cases be opened up? You can also just go super general and be like, what's wrong with my Chrome today? This is really weird. Thank you. You can easily go onto a page and it tells you how much cases are being opened, and you can go by that. If you have a little bit of feeling for the market and know these things, you can go one step further, and you should actually look into the cases and decide for yourself how valuable these items are. Will they go up? Is there a demand for these items? And in this case, the Nomad and especially the Skeleton. Like, where is it? Let me pull it up. Yeah, the Skeleton knife is really, really beloved by people, and it has been always at a pretty high pricing, probably because it's sick animations. And I can definitely see this exploding in price once you cannot get it anymore through cases in active duty. And this might be the next butterfly effect. Like if you haven't been around back then, like the butterfly went from, I don't know, 70 euro for the cheapest ones to 90 for all the scorched, field tested, forest DD padded, all that kind of stuff, and just completely exploded out of bounds. And this could be the next knife like that. And with that, obviously demand for skeleton knives, demand for the case where you can get it. As long as Fracture is the cheapest one where you can get it, Fracture is going to be bought and opened up because people want a skeleton. And this way, once this gets out of commission, like I said, these two are the most likely ones to go out of this active drop pool next. And yeah, because the way it works, or the way it did work in CSGO, we will need to see how they handle it in CS2, is when there's a new case coming and added to the active duty of drops, then they take the oldest one and remove it. So this would be the Fracture. And I say, or Snakebite, because Valve actually did pull this once, that they did not remove the latest, but second latest. There were many rumors about that they didn't want to take out of commission their most profitable thing, because obviously if you buy keys, you give Valve direct money. And they did not want, maybe, yeah, it's rumors, maybe this could have been a mistake all along, but like we believe that they did it on purpose to keep it. So Snakebite is also interesting, or even if not, this would be by this logic, the next case to be removed from active duty after Fracture. So it's still a very good investment. You just need to wait a little bit longer, but you can see the price is also a lot lower. And now let's look. Like Fracture, I told you about the knife. Also, the red skins can be interesting sometimes. You also can look out for special patterns, like obviously AKK's Hardened. Now is in, I think, already discontinued case. But back then, you could have just invested into the case because you believe into the case Hardened. There's nothing wrong about that. Let me see if you can find another example later on in another case, maybe. That's still possible. But for now, Print Stream is interesting, Legion of Anubis is popular, Skeleton Knife, the go-to, and the Nomad. And you get these two and these phases from the Fracture case knives. So, Fracture case, as long as this is the cheapest case you can get these from, this is going to increase in value. Now let's go for the recoil. Why the recoil? I told you, is probably the next, or actually the next case going to be removed, and there are skins in here that are already at so high pricings. Like, let me look for the slingshots here. Factory new slingshots 3-4. These prices are not the most accurate, so you might want to check this on sites like, I don't know, maybe Price Empire is pretty good. I can recommend. You want to get over there and check that out. I be down for maintenance. Just about my luck. Yeah, you get the... I'm a little bit flattered, actually. That was not expected. Yeah, but you get the idea, right? You want to look in there and you want to see, is there something... Ooh, blood pressure, I love those. Actually had those for a while. You just want to look, is there something people care about? Because if people care about, that means demand. And once the stock on them gets lower, when they are removed from active duty, this is obviously going to increase in price massive. So therefore, I would also recommend the recoil case, like Fracture and recoil for cheap investment. Now, maybe you have a little bit more money to hand, or you just don't want to wait that long. Or maybe you're just a guy who doesn't like second accounts or to buy these boxes, I don't know, for whatever reason. You just want to do a little bit better, or not better, I think this is better, but my opinion, yeah. You just want to do a bigger investment, like you want to have bigger skins to it, maybe because you have more budget, maybe because you are lazy, maybe because you just like it more, I don't know. For whatever reason, if you want to go for like the cases down here, the rare cases, which would be next up on the list, I would totally recommend the Chroma 3. Why Chroma 3? Like I said, prices here are trash. This is just for visualization. Like, it's not €2 right now. And also I think this, yeah, on Steam, it pulls from Steam. That's why the prices are so ass. No, don't buy on Steam, yeah. Right now, if you're thinking about buying cases and you think about buying them on Steam, please don't. Look for a big YouTuber right now that's trustful. I don't know, maybe someone like Sparkles. Go into their recommendations, they get a fair share and you don't lose anything by clicking their links instead. And you will have a trustful market and you buy your cases off there and not Steam. Steam is losing you money actively, alright? If you understand this, let's look at the prices here. Chroma 3 is the most cheap. So why is that interesting? Because these Chroma cases share the Chroma knives. And Chroma knives are goddamn nice. You probably already know, but these are beautiful. Karambit Doppler. Who doesn't love a Karambit Doppler? And once again, with a Doppler, we have the case hardened effect, how I like to call it. This case series is going to be always insanely popular because people want that rare pattern. People are going to open this up for Sapphire, Ruby, for all that kind of stuff. Like Tiger Tooth also has really special patterns. And as long as there are knives like this, like already insane expensive knives that could be even more insane with the correct pattern, as long as such knives are in there, these are going to be very, very damn popular. You can even get the marble faces, you can get an ice and fire, you can get an emerald. Like, there are just so much options for nice patterns that the Chroma series is always going to be pumping numbers. And you want to get in this by investing the time you see this video. Look up the Chroma series, look up where to get the Chroma knives, go into any trustful page like Price Empire, if it would load, and look up their prices, find the cheapest, and then you're gonna go in there. Just get them stacked. Because these, they will get even fewer. Alright, and these prices we just saw it with the breakout, or if you go back in history, obviously the first cases has gone absolutely over the roof. With time passing on, these cases are going to increase the Chroma series because of the demand I just told you. So if you have more money to hand, I would absolutely recommend the Chroma 3 case to go big here. Alright? Alright, so let's go on for a bit. Actually, we want to go back, I feel like, and look a little bit more down here. So, alright, now we want to talk about interesting stuff. Discontinued cases. Absolute banger. Alright, and there's more than just this. Because I know this ends here, but I would like to count some more to discontinued cases. First off, all three of them bangers. All three of them, I believe, still probably pretty good investment if you can get your hand on them cheap. Maybe the market you trust, like the one I use, like to use Skin Baron, DM market, and all that kind of stuff. Like, obviously, if you have a trader for the Chinese currency on buff 163, then you can also go ahead and buy from there. That's probably the cheapest prices you're going to get if you have a good currency trader for over there. And these cases are going out the roof. I'm telling you. Because these are discontinued and they will not drop anymore at any time. And once a new operation comes out, like these three are all from operations. Obviously, the Shattered one, the Broken Fang, and Riptide, our last operation, I think it was. These are going through the roof. And this will keep happening, and I don't need to talk too much about it right now because I will for sure make a new video once we get a new operation about a lot of stuff. Like, if you remember, I already made 2 years ago, I made like 20 or 30 of these videos, and all of them turned out to be pretty true. So I can now go with more confidence to give you these advices and be a little bit cocky about myself because I have been right so far. And yeah, I will definitely do, like back then, another 3-4 operation based videos on recommendations. That's always a great time to earn. And yeah, we will see about that. But when a new one comes out, get in there. Use your stars for them. Like, use them for agents, maybe also, but get in there and get cases. Cases are such a great investment if you can get them for cheap. And for discontinued cases, you should really consider operation cases, and as soon as a new operation comes out, you probably want to get in the cases as well. For exactly those reasons. Alright, So these are so extremely big in price because they can come back. Which else can come back? It's pretty easy. It's souvenir cases. Now I already got one page too far. Why I'm showing you these old ones? I have myself. I'm a little bit still holding on to 2020 cases. Didn't even play CSGO at that time, but still had to go ham on cases. So I have a lot more on my storage containers, and I just enjoy the souvenir hustle so much. I would talk a very long time about why you should get souvenir cases when they are cheap, why you should get in that game and how that works, which ones to get and all that. But I did already make a video about that 2 years ago. I can still totally recommend this for old souvenir packages, alright? For old souvenir packages, I still gonna recommend you this. For new ones, you don't need to worry. For new ones, I am going to make a new guide as soon as they come out. And if you look at old souvenir packages, like where the quantity has just gone underground, like not even existing, people hold on to these. And if you've been holding on to these, you can see you're up for a pretty damn good time. And I especially searched for nuclear because I think that's also the last time what I recommended. And you see they are all, even 2020, nearly €4. If there's like the event happening, you either get those for free, like Active Duty, or you can buy them. This is what 2022 was. Like you could buy them over a star system, a reward system, and there you paid like €1 to maybe €2 for one, and they all increase in price so damn much. I'm really having the worst luck today. Look at this. Look at this. Well, I think I've... What is happening? Oh man. Alright. I think I brought about my point pretty well. My recommendations, let's go through this because this one doesn't leave me alone yet. This side, it's still here with us. Yeah. So, I would go, like, conclusion. Chroma free if you have the money. If you wanna go cheap or just follow my strategy, you should go for Snakebite and Recoil. I personally also recommend looking into discontinued case, like the Riptide one. Like you see at 660 on Steam, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, once again, please get them someone else. If just that would be working again, please do your job. Cases and you go all the way down, Riptide should be down here for 90. If you buy them somewhere else, 6.6 on Steam, so don't buy on Steam. And yeah. Discontinued cases are always pretty nice, but maybe wait for the next one here instead. Yeah, and souvenirs. I will make a new video once there are news. If you still want to get onto the train with old ones, please watch my old video to that, because I've also explained and showed that pretty plenty there. So I think there's no need to re-upload that content. And yeah. I hope to see you again in another investment video, investment guide. I don't even know how to title this. I just want to share my experience because I've been doing this a lot and to pay my rent back in the day, like some years ago. And yeah, I'm still doing it a bit, but more for fun, and thought that I should share my knowledge. And last time I did this like 2 years ago, and this was just a little fun project. You guys seem to really enjoy that, and now that I'm getting back to YouTube and want to take it a little bit more serious, I just thought I should start out giving some advice to the things I know here. And yeah, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you liked the video. And give feedback if you want this to be this long. Obviously, I could just do some flashy animations jumping left and right, or show you some gameplay, and in 3 minutes I'm going to tell you, buy this case, buy this case, buy this case, don't buy this case. And we are done. But I think that should be not the way you want to go about investing. Investing is an important and serious matter. You are basically playing with your money, and if things go bad, you are going to lose money. Well, the CS market is a very forgiving one. Like, I once bought like 1,000 Murkies and a lot of like these, and a lot of like 1,000 candy apple Novas. But that is a story for another video. And I still might profit in the long run, because CS market is very forgiving if all the prices rises. But you can theoretically always lose money over here in investment. And that's why I want to share my detailed thought with you guys. And this is also better to have a nice and constructive discussion down in the comments below if I try to share my train of thoughts a little bit with you. So let me know what you think about it. Hold on to your money, make smart moves, don't gamble, don't use the Steam market, don't open up cases, buy cases, hold them. And why do you want to pull a knife? Why do you want to waste €1,000 or so to pull out that €200 knife if you could just use up, I don't know, €30, buy cases, and half a year later you trade or buy yourself the knife you wanted? It's that simple. You just need a little bit of patience. So, be smart, be safe, and see you guys in the next one.